In Eddie Hearn's latest IFL interview, he was asked about what's happening with the Anthony Joshua-Andy Ruiz fight. He claims that there's no issue with regards to Ruiz agreeing to the venue Team AJ choose for the rematch. He says if, and I'm paraphrasing here, if Team Ruiz tried to violate the contract, there would be a very serious legal case on their hands, and that would result in Andy Ruiz not being able to fight for a prolonged period of time. So Eddie Hearn, at least the way he's coming across, he doesn't anticipate them trying to go down that road. However, he comes up with, a reason, an explanation, whatever, for why the Joshua Ruiz rematch has not yet been signed. He says it's because there are 2 more locations who have expressed interest in hosting the fight. One of them is in the United States, he says, on the West Coast, and the other one is abroad. Now, to me, I mean, there's a whole world of possibilities out there in terms of which countries might have approached Eddie Hearn with a view to making Joshua Ruiz 2. But if I was to take a guess, a stab in the dark, I would say it could be Nigeria. We know that AJ's over there in Nigeria at the moment. He's obviously of Nigerian heritage. So Nigeria's maybe a possibility. And also Saudi Arabia, or one of those countries in the Middle East there. Because we know at the moment Saudi Arabia is investing heavily in professional boxing. So could it be that they've put a bid in for the Anthony Joshua-Andy Ruiz fight? And one of the attractions that there might be to fight, for fighting in the Middle East is the lack of income tax. Now, I know when it comes to UK businesses and stuff like that, you can work out, because I've worked out in the Middle East before. You can work out there, but when you come back to the UK, the British government, they'll sting you for the tax money, that you weren't paying while you were over in the Middle East. But there are loopholes and ways around it, which I won't go into in this video, but certainly high-level businessmen know the loopholes, okay? They understand how to maneuver and what have you. And would that be an attraction for Matchroom, for Anthony Joshua, etc., in terms of taking a fight in the Middle East? The lack of income tax there. You could just take home whatever it is you earn, and you don't have to pay 40 or 50%, because that's what it would be in the UK when you're making, tens of millions a year. You don't have to pay the tax man 40, 50%. So that would be, I think, an attractive proposition if they knew how to maneuver that situation. And as I say, with Saudi investing heavily in professional boxing at the moment, perhaps it is Saudi who have made an offer to Eddie Hearn, or perhaps it's Nigeria. Maybe it's a different country. Maybe it's, I don't know, Macau in China. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think it's more likely to be Nigeria, or a country in the Middle East, or a different country somewhere else? Because again, Eddie Hearn said that it's one location in the United States that's made an offer, and also another location in a different country, which he did not disclose in this particular interview. So it's going to be interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And do you buy this as the legit reason why the fight has not yet been announced? Or do you suspect that Eddie Hearn is holding a lot back and, playing a little bit of misdirection, and that there is some issues there getting Ruiz to sign on a dotted line? I've seen some people say that Ruiz shouldn't be forced to fight wherever Team AJ want him to fight. I think that's completely and utterly absurd. They say, oh, he deserves this and he deserves that and he deserves... Absolute nonsense. Team Ruiz signed a contract. They knew what contract they were signing. They negotiated the contract before signing it. But what? After the fact, they want to move the goalposts? That is absurd. If you don't like the terms of the contract, don't sign in the first place. He didn't have to fight Anthony Joshua. He could have, he just signed with PBC. He could have pushed for that Wilder fight. Could have, gone to fight for the WBA regular. Taken that route. But no, he wanted the opportunity against AJ. He basically begged Eddie Hearn for the opportunity. He was all up in Eddie Hearn's DMs. Facts. Negotiated the contract, knew exactly what he was signing. If he was to beat AJ, he knew exactly what the terms would be. You can't stop moving the goalposts after the fact, or else you're going to get bogged down in litigation and you've got only yourself to blame. I have no sympathy for Ruiz if he gets bogged down in litigation, if he's trying to violate the terms of the contract. At the end of the day, Eddie Hearn does not represent Andy Ruiz. Yeah? This is not like Eddie Hearn dealing with one of his own fighters. No, this is Eddie Hearn dealing with a rival promotional outfit and trying to get them to honor the terms of the contract. As I've said before, if Eddie Hearn has left loopholes in the contract, then I've got no sympathy for Hearn, because he's got enough money to make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. If Team Ruiz have got a way of getting out of the contract without catching any kind of legal case, more power to them. But if they don't, and if they just intend to, violate the terms or whatever the case may be, then, man, they're going to get whatever's coming to them. No sympathy for them on that end. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.